Give it a sec. God damn! This is powered, well, our exhaust chamber. It's a Fratzonic. I cannot pronounce that word for the life of me, so please roast me in the comments if you really want to. Let's say I'm a little bit angry. Somebody has cut me off in my brand new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona EV Stage 2. I want to hit the horn at them. Oh, it sounds like a regular car. Sounds like the regular challenge. I love that they kept the sound. We're gonna do a light acceleration. 3, 2, 1. I'm prepared to be traumatized. Wow. Quick. Very, very quick. Oh, wow. It even has little burbles as well, too. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, you guys join me in the 2024 Dodge Charger EV Daytona Scat Pack Stage 2. That is a mouthful to say. I'm not gonna lie, that is a lot of words for the intro of this car. But hey, let's start it up so you guys can hear it real quick. Foot on the brake, power button down here. Listen to this. And for an even better exhaust note, we're gonna put it into drag, and then you guys can hear it a little bit better. Here, like, listen to it a little bit before you guys judge this vehicle too harshly. Let's do a quick walk around. Oh, the way it shuts down is really sick. As you can see, this thing is gigantic. It's huge. A little bit too big, but it's way, way bigger than the previous generation. Previous generation Hellcats, wide body by the way. Compared to this thing is an inch wider. Compared to your standard Hellcat non-wide body, this thing is 4 inches wider. Just look at the size of this thing. And going a quick little look around, you can see it still has that aggressive muscle car look. And before we go any further, quick shout out to Village Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram for supplying me with this beautiful electric vehicle. Little monster, not even a little monster, this thing's a boat. This thing weighs up to 5,700 pounds, almost 6,000 pounds. It is all-wheel drive, but if you're wondering about how big our tires are, guys, they're massive. Huge, really. Coming all the way around, like you can see, they've stayed true to the Challenger-esque look. It looks good. The back end, it's still gonna take me a hot second to get used to the back end. Feels like it's a little bit rushed, but it looks good. Another thing I've noticed, or that you guys would notice about the logo, is this. This is Dodge's new electric sign symbol. Come on, turn back on. There we go. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful car. And this is what our key looks like. Got a unlock, lock, trunk release, which releases one of the biggest trunks I've seen for a car like this. For a two-door coupe, this thing has a lot of space, a little bit too much space. But what do you guys think? Do you think they should have just killed off the Charger and introduced this car as a completely different car? Or should they have maybe put another V8 into it just cause why not? But before you guys get angry, they can't put a V8 back in this thing because emissions make it basically impossible to do that. But look at the space in this bad boy, holy. Some storage down here. Press this to close it. You have comparable space to a small sedan, which is wild considering this thing is a two-door coupe. So much space, and we're gonna test the exhaust one more time from the outside at least. This is what our startup is gonna sound like. Give it a sec. God damn! This is powered, well, our exhaust chamber. It's a Fratzonic. I cannot pronounce that word for the life of me, so please roast me in the comments if you really want to. But it's a Fratzonic sound, well, chambered exhaust, patent pending. And let's hop inside, because walking around this thing, you can just see just how big this thing is. Stage 2 badging around here. They still kept the Super B logo, which I really, really do love. And another feature that you might notice is that we have a front wing designed to help make the car as aerodynamic as possible and reduce drag as much as possible. But let us hop inside, shall we? Foot on the brake, this is where our power button is. vehicle is ready to drive. Let me close the door because we're right beside a highway. But you can see the ambient lighting and this bad boy is crazy. It's pretty bright outside as it is right now. So to have a car that is this bright with ambient lighting when it's this bright outside is a first. Huge plus to Dodge. And if you're wondering what our back seats look like, we do have a ton of space. You can fit 3 grown adults here with a lot of headroom, surprisingly. It's wild, but it is good. It is perfect in the way this thing is. It still keeps that muscle car-esque feel, and the interior has been significantly upgraded because Dodge used to be known just for their engines. But now, with the interior system like this, it looks a little bit more upscale to say the least. And if you're wondering how quick our infotainment system has improved, you can see that Dodge has spared no expense making this thing a little bit more quicker than the previous generation because, ooh, I love that. And if you're wondering, yes, you can customize it quite a bit. So let us go into ambient color. You have 67 colors to choose from. So we're gonna go with, ooh, choices. We're gonna make it red. Because of course, we're also gonna put this car into one of its sportiest settings and just talk about it. Look at how bright the ambient lighting is. I love this. Now, piston-esque, Prindle, pull it, like loading up a gun, just boop, boop. It's beautiful, I love it. Oh, grabbing my seatbelt, which is a little bit far off. Let's go for a drive, shall we? And before y'all keep making fun of this car, remember this thing is still a 600 horsepower car. 0 to 60 comes in a good 3.3 seconds. And we know for a fact that eventually the SRTs are gonna make way. So I'm expecting any version of this car to be going way quicker. And as you notice, we do have paddle shifters, but they're not the type you think they are. These are for regenerative braking. So the lower I press, you can see right there, okay? You can see how much I want my brakes to stop me, which is a really neat thing. This car is gigantic, it's long, and it doesn't try to hide its weight. But when you decide to throw this car into some corners, it handles surprisingly well. Now let us get out of here and take it out for a drive amongst the regular folk, where this thing is quite literally way bigger than most of its competition. Goddamn, this thing is wide. Now, before we go any further, we're gonna put it into sport mode. Yeah, sport mode is good. And we're gonna do a little light 0 to 60. I love how there's always an animation for every new sport mode we trigger. But we're gonna do a light acceleration. 3, 2, 1. I'm prepared to be traumatized. Wow. Quick. Very quick. And if you're wondering what this PowerShot button right here does, gives us an extra 40 horsepower, putting this car in its fastest mode yet. So we're gonna try it out real quick. Foot on the brake. Get our launch ready. Okay, well, we don't have that because it's still the braking period, but PowerShot available with battery too low. Okay, fine, we'll just do a regular acceleration. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that thing is quick. And with the wet conditions we're in, this thing just takes off, and you can hear the tire spin. It is wild. It is wild how quick this monster is. And before we go any further, we're gonna turn off our regenerative braking because that just helps us charge our battery. You can hear the engine. I'm not sure if you guys can see the heads-up display in front of me, but this thing has a lot of features for such a big monstrosity that it is. Now, let's say someone cuts me off. Let's say I'm a little bit angry. Somebody has cut me off in my brand new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona EV Stage 2. I want to hit the horn at them. Oh, it sounds like a regular car. Sounds like the regular Challenge. I love that they kept the sound. Oh, I love that. I love that they kept it and they didn't try and make it too futuristic and too different. I love it. And the thing is, this thing is very daily drivable. We're gonna put it into regular mode and just go for a light little spin. Get our cruise control ready, because why not? We have adaptive cruise control, by the way. Lane keep split, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring. It's a wonder how they made such a car like this still feel, I wouldn't say light on its toes, but it doesn't show its weight at you every given chance it gets. It's just here to get you from point A to point B, be a decent drive, take good care of you, and just essentially be relaxed and chill. But to be fair, nothing is really chill about a car like this. Everything about it is almost ridiculous. It's slightly slower than the Tesla. It's direct comparator with the electric car market as it is right now. But if you're wondering how this thing handles, let's say on the highway, and we just want to do regular commuter driving, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of the first-person view this car offers. It's the steering wheel feels lighter compared to the previous generation of the Challengers and the Chargers. Much lighter. But since we're going onto the highway, we're gonna put it in sport and just, oh wow. It even has little burbles as well too. And of course the highway is busy, because why not? Why not? It has little burbles too. I love that. So funny. It is weird, but I loved getting used to this thing. It takes me a while to get used to, but once you adapt to it and just mellow down and enjoy the car, there is legitimately nothing you can hate. And I love that. People are even giving me room, like, this car is by itself on the road, and the aura this thing perpetuates is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Anything above 600 horsepower is a menace, and this thing has great stopping power as well. You would assume that since it's an electric vehicle, the power that it has to stop is kind of bad, because usually electric vehicles are known for the stopping power, but this thing is known for how well and how quick it stops. It's just bam, my brakes are great. But let's keep on driving. We're like in our automatic mode, so yes, we're in auto mode, and we're gonna turn our regenerative braking all the way to the max. Get our adaptive cruise control ready. We have lane keep assist. Let us go into something you guys can see. Our screen may seem slow, but it's just the little animation it takes. So, won't be the quickest thing out there, but it's still very advanced. Especially as it is right now. We have Apple CarPlay. We have wireless charging pads down here. We have a ton of storage almost everywhere. And yes, we do also have a frunk. But let's get our cruise control ready and set for 57 kilometers an hour. And our range, as it stands right now, we can go out to 100 kilometers. This thing isn't 100% the greatest when it comes to range. Its range slightly less than the Tesla, and the biggest, I want to say, biting point for a car like this that could probably scare away a handful of people is the price tag. This thing is still very new. Like, look around me. You will see a lot of Dodge products, but you won't see a vehicle like this out there just yet. We are still going with the flow, essentially, and Dodge is figuring it out. The buyer base, really, because again, most people would have said we would love this thing to have had the Hemi, but emissions make it impossible for us to keep the Hemi in there. And 600 horsepower is still very daily drivable. This thing is very daily drivable. We have so much trunk space, it's absurd. Look at this giant panoramic sunroof. So many features and details in this car. And the thing is, in automatic, in this drive mode we're in right now, it just sounds like a regular car. I don't hear any electric wiring, and it looks up top. Look at all the carbon fiber going around. and the ambient lighting that lights up even during the day just shows you just how much they are improving this car as a brand. And it's quiet. Of course, if you want to be a little bit more obnoxious, we can go back into sports, and now you can hear a little bit more of the exhaust. And if you want to go even more obnoxious, put it in track, it gets louder. The droning is louder. But the insulation in this thing is really good. The Fratzonic exhaust chamber, I'm finally getting the name right, the Fratzonic exhaust chamber has not yet been patented, so I don't know if any other electric car companies are going to be trying to steal that exact same idea, but I doubt that. Dodge is in a league of its own with these crazy cars they keep pulling out, and almost fully autonomous driving. I love it. I just simply adore it. The thing about this car compared to the Tesla is that this one has a little bit more spirit, a little bit more guts, a little bit more life to it. And not gonna lie, aesthetically, this thing is the best. It looks the best, it sounds the best, and honestly, I think it's gonna grow on people. Like, look at all this. All this stems from the original Dodge Charger before they turned it into a 4-door. And for all my audiophiles out there, we got 9 speakers, so I'm gonna play you a little couple of tunes real quick. Let us go into FM radio and tune to tried and tested 99.9 FM radio, 999 tune. And
Robert Pattinson said that he was freaking out for 3 days over
wow, loud, very, very loud. As you can see, completely digital gauge cluster. We have a lot of screens. Like, there is so much about this car to talk about that we just simply don't have the time. If I were to sit down and talk about everything, we will be here for an hour plus. We have a PowerShot button right here that gives us extra 40 horsepower. But since this car has not exactly been broken in, we can't go too crazy. I kind of doubt that we have full access to the whole 600 plus horsepower this car produces, because we are still below 1,000 kilometers. But again, very, very relaxed. Like, we're in auto right now. I just feel like I'm driving a regular, bigger body Challenger, and I can't even hate it. It's great. It's really, really good. And the thing is, it's relaxing. It's not always trying to terrify you. Of course, can you do a lot of crazy stuff? Yes. We even have a burnout and drift mode. That's how muscle car, what's the word? Loyal these guys are with these cars. It still has a drift mode. It's crazy. An all-wheel drive electric car has a drift mode. Dodge is out here just cooking random stuff, throwing it in the car, and like, you know what? This works. It's gonna work. And I know it's gonna take a while for the people to get used to a car like this. It's gonna take a while for everybody to slowly fall in love with this thing. But in all of the electric car market, I can say this with 100% certainty. This thing is the most aesthetically pleasing one to look at. Everything about it, from the details inside, they didn't just throw a giant screen in the middle and call it a day. They focused. Look at all this carbon fiber, look at all the stitching, look at the leather seat, not the leather seats, but look at the seats all around this. Everything about this car is just more loyal, more, it reminds me of the first gen of the Dodge Charger. And you know what? They've done a really good job at keeping it that way. Look at the ambient lighting going crazy right now. This is beautiful. This is beautiful to look at. Yeah, I can hear your exhaust. My exhaust sounds better. Way, way nicer. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, not exactly the nicest sounding exhaust, but it's better than the soulless sound of a simple electric car. Oh, you should have heard it in the tunnel. It reverberates so well. But anyway, guys, this has been Morty in the 2024, say it with me now, Dodge Charger EV Daytona Stage 2. Yes, it's a mouthful, but this is the car. The future of Dodge. With all the emissions and regulations going crazy, this is what the future looks like. Take care, guys, and peace.